What's going on today, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am. We're back working on this thing. It's a beautiful day outside, and it's time to get this thing painted. So I did what I said I wasn't going to do. Mama helped remind me that if I'm going to do something, do it to the best of my abilities, and do it in the right process. Because if I do it later, I'm just going to go backwards and have to redo a lot of the stuff that I've done already. So she's right. We're in it. We're in the thick of it. It's time to do it. It's do it right and get it done and finished to the best we can do it. So with that, after this debacle,
so I don't know what's going on with this, but it's turning out to where it's brown right here. It's not the same color, and it's just not sticking. It's been sitting for 2 days now, and it won't even harden up. So I guess I messed something up, and now it's just time to take it all off. It shouldn't be coming off this easy with the razor blade and all the way down to where I prepped. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. It's weird. Must not have got the mixture right or something, but it shouldn't be doing that. Gel coat should be really hard. Like, this stuff's hard already. It shouldn't be Jello. Well, now I get to undo the whole ski, so that will take me even longer to do now. Yay.
so I'm not sure why that happened. I don't know what's going on with it. It's probably a mixing issue with the MEKP stuff that I have. I don't know if it was mixed well. I mixed it in the can. I mixed it in the cup. So the mixing, I don't know. The best I can think of is mixing. I did wipe it down with acetone right before. That also might have done something. So I've had the opportunity to completely remove all the gel coat again, get it back to fresh even more. So now I've got to put more gel coat on it, but this time we're not going to do the spots. We're just going to go straight for it, get all this gel coat without the wax on, start getting some layers in, half hour layer, get them done as fast as I can. It's going to be hot out, so it's going to be perfect today, and then we'll get ready to sand this thing up tomorrow, maybe even later tonight, probably tomorrow. I think I'll probably sand on the hood later today, but for right now, our main goal is get this thing painted so that it can start curing. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get this thing painted up. It's cleaned. It's ready to go. I'm not going to wipe it down with acetone again because I'm thinking that might have been my problem. But it was wiped down last night. Everything was clean. Everything was super clean last night. So it feels really clean this morning. I don't have any pickup on my hands, which is always good. Without further ado, let's do some more painting. Where's that bottle of paint? Let's go find it. Okay, we got a fresh new kit. Just pulled it out of the bag. We'll pull these tabs off, these anti-spills. Shoot that one across the room. Throw those away. We'll take this thing off. The hardener. Pull that out. Shake the hardener up for a second. Shake this up. This one is without wax, so these will be my bottom coats. Now, just because I shook it up doesn't mean I'm not going to stir it up. I'm going to stir this one for like a minute, probably even two, so we'll catch up with that. Okay, and now I think I'm going to go with 4 ounces on this thing, get a thinner coat on it for our first one, and then work our way up. Do lots of little coats. I think that's going to be our best bet. So I'm going to go ahead, pour 4 ounces. I don't know if you can see that or not. 4 ounces. So with that, we're going to put this lid back on so no bugs or anything gets in this. So 4 ounces. It says 14 to 16 drops each. Shake this up again, why not? Okay, 14 to 16 per ounce. We've got 4 ounces. 4 times 14 is 56 drops to 64 drops. So we've got 160. 60 drops. Okay, now that this is in there, the clock is ticking. So I have about 10 to 15 minutes to get this going, but I'm going to spend the extra time this time and go ahead and mix this up for a very long time. Then we'll get to the rolling. So what I've found is if I work the roller, if I pour it on and then use the roller to kind of spread it around, it seems to work kind of the best, but I don't know. I'm honestly not a fan of the roller, but I've had absolutely worse luck with the brushes. It seems like every time I use the brushes, I get that brown streak, so I'm wondering if that brush has an additive in it that they're cleaning the bristles or something else with, and they're just the cheap chip brushes, but I don't know. The rollers seem to work out the best. It doesn't give me the best outcome. It's very, very bumpy, but as far as putting on ability, it works fine. The roller just leaves it a little bumpier than what I would like to have it as. We'll clean out these edges, get all this stuff down in there as best we can. Okay, I think we'll call that pretty well mixed up. I don't know what much more I can do to mix it up, so we'll go ahead, pour some on the side, and get this rolled out over the edge of the ski. So I've gone ahead, I've already cleaned my brush off prior to doing this. Roll it with tape, undo the tape. I've done that 2 times, so there shouldn't be any fuzzies left on this. And then I've gone ahead, propped the ski up at an angle to help gravity, will help me out, kind of hold things on, especially when I have to pour this stuff on here. I can't really put it in a roll pin and roll it. That didn't work at all. I actually wasted a lot more than I used. So we'll just go ahead, find a good spot, we'll get it pouring on here. Get a nice amount going, we'll get the brush wetted up, and we'll just start rolling it. Awesome, that's covered up pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead, I keep playing with it and I keep making it worse, so I'm just gonna let it sit. It is what it is. We'll get some more coats on it in a minute, but right now I got a little bit extra. We're gonna do the interior of the tub and get that sorted out before we go ahead and actually flip this thing over and do the other side, because I want to do both sides at the same time, make sure that everything's done and I don't waste any product. So we're gonna do that one. Now I'll set up to do this side. I still have I really want to use it, but I probably shouldn't. Oh well, we got time. Gone ahead, wrapped it with some blue tape. Take it off. We got all the fuzzies on it. Go ahead, get rid of that. And then we'll do it again, just to secondary make sure everything's kind of off of this roller before we start painting it. Taped up, ripped off, fuzzies off there, throw away. So there we go. Got it all cleaned up-ish. Now we're ready to throw these away and get to painting the rest of it. Well, awesome. We've got first coat on. I've got a timer set, half hour. I'm gonna go ahead, start sanding on this hood. I want this hood to be perfect, so I'm going to take a lot of time on this hood and make sure that it's dialed. Same with this top. This top's going to be nice because it's flat. The hood's going to take me probably twice as long as just doing the sides of this. So that's setting. I'm going to go ahead, utilize my downtime, start working on something else, and then we'll get that moseying right along. So let's get the hood starting to sand on, let this cure. New day. Painting last night went great. Everything was dialed. And then I woke up this morning and then it's just not dialed. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but it's just not setting up and I don't get it. It was 65 out. The humidity was a little bit high, but it wasn't out of control. And it's just not setting up. It sets up in areas and then there's blotches where it's not setting up. I did finally figure out that if I finish with a brush, it leaves me a lot better texture to finish with than the roller, but I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. It's the oddest thing ever, and I'll show you here. So we got it all done, finished. We got 3 coats of our non-waxed, finished with a thick coat of waxed, and now it's just not wanting to set up. I still have it. It's not even like it's tacky. It's just not setting up. I don't know what's going on with it. So let's go ahead. We'll show you. It looks good from right here. It looks great, but as soon as you start inspecting it, it's just not working out. So we've got a pretty good coat going on, but you can start to see there's these dark patches, and if I go ahead and push them, it still is nice and wet. I don't know what's going on, but like right here is hard where it's dialed. Everything's perfect. That was the same coat as what's right here. If we go further on, like, it's really good, really good. This side turned out very, very fine. I'm okay with this side. There's one random blotch right here. Okay, if this was it, that's fine, but it's just not. I mean, it's deep. That's all the way to the bottom. Look at that. That's all the way to the resin I can pull off. I shouldn't be able to do that. So I don't know what's going on, but that's the resin right there. So that piece, completely done. I need to figure out what's going on with that. The rest of it turned out fine. There's one random little streak right here, but it looks like that might just be the wax. Now this side did not turn out well at all. This is some leak, that's fine. But you can see we've got pitting, or I don't even know what to call it, soft spots everywhere along this side. So I'm trying to see, I'm doing an experiment with tape to see if I can block off if it's an oxygen deficiency thing where it didn't get the wax on it to cure it enough, but it's got lots of random little spots where it's not curing, and maybe it's starting to cure, I don't know. But I'm trying to see if I can deprive it of oxygen, because that's what the gel coat needs to set up, if tape will deprive it enough. I read on a forum it can happen. It's nice, easy spot checking. I thought I'd try it. I've got nothing else to lose. It's going to get sanded off if it doesn't work. But it's all the way along the whole side of the ski. And I don't know what's going on with it, but if we take a step back and we look at it, it actually looks like it might be where the sticker used to be. So we can definitely see a nice hard line right here. It kind of comes up. You can see another hard line. And then right here's where the sticker came up. I'll superimpose the two over each other, but you can kind of see the sticker also came up to here. Nice, oddly straight line coming down, and then where was the front? I don't remember where the front was, but it kind of stopped too. I don't know if that's actually what's happening, because I'm also getting it down here on the corners. So maybe it's just a fluke, but it's weird that you can kind of see this is where the old sticker used to be. Definitely was a sticker. And this is a definite line of where that sticker was. I don't know. The inside also did it again, the same exact spot, and this was all a sticker. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with the sticker residue, which I sanded it all the way down to the fiberglass. So I don't know if that's becoming the issue or not, because there was no sticker down here, and this is still not setting up. It's so weird because I used the same exact thing on the floor. All my extra I just threw on the floor to kind of get these dimples out to make it easier. All that set up perfect. That's all nice and dialed. This is the same coat as last night. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not making sense to me. So if you happen to know what's going on, I would just absolutely love to know what's going on. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. The temperature was right there at 65 pretty much all night. It was in my garage. It wasn't in direct sunlight. And it sat for 8 to 9 hours before I even looked at it this morning. So it should have had plenty of time to cure off. The temperature was a little on the lower side, but it was still above 50. So if you know what's going on, leave me a comment. I'm going to let this bake. I'll pull it out in the sun. Hopefully the sun will cure it today, but we'll cure it in the sun, see if that will help, and if not, we're going to go to sanding. Another thing is the bugs at night. Absolutely love this stuff for some reason. I had so many bugs I picked out of it this morning. It's wild. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let this bake in the sun and hopefully have it cure a little bit. I don't know what else to do. We're back to sanding, and maybe it was bad gel coat. Who knows? Maybe I'll go pick up some fresh gel coat from another supplier. I think that might be the option today. Okay, we'll leave this be. Let it tack up. See if that fixes it. I took some pictures of before, so hopefully we can compare that and see where it goes from here. Thanks, guys. That's so weird how this is acting, because I can go ahead and just take a smooth plastic piece, and you shouldn't be able to dig into the gel coat and pull it up. Now it's hard. I can't get any more than that. So the rest of it's hard. It's just literally this little circle right here that didn't want to cure all the way to the fiberglass. The rest of it's really hard. So maybe I can just smooth this out and do some patching. Try again, I don't know. Things are not going that great. I've been sanding on it forever, it seems like. I've got white powder all over me. These patches are not adhering, so anywhere where the fiberglass has touched is literally just peeling off. So I'll start to sand it, and then it'll catch an edge, and that whole thing will just peel up. So everything that's brown is not reacting to the bottom. It's not sealing. So I'm trying more science experiments. I'm trying to put resin over the top of it, because the footwell adhered awesome. This one, I didn't even have to really scuff it. It just stuck to it. Perfect. Didn't have any problems with it. So my theory is that old resin is not liking something with the new gel coat. The two are not mixing. I don't know if there's an adhesion promoter or something that I should be using, but my theory is the new resin will skin it and then be able to sand that off and then re-gel coat it over the top to keep that now sealed. Hopefully, that's the fingers crossed. So we've got a couple holes over here, 4 of them actually, but the other side's Swiss cheese. It is bad. Remember all those brown spots? Well, yeah, we've got a couple brown spots. It's like a cow over here. Not looking good. So I'm waiting for this resin to set up. It's really close to setting up, and I've gone ahead. I've redone this one, and I don't know if I want to try painting this to see if that, like a sealant, and then roll it over, because this, here's a chunk of it that just came off. It literally just peels off. Doesn't stick at all. It's hard. I mean, it works. It's flexible just like it's supposed to be, and it's hard, but it will not stick to it. There's literally like a film between this and the gel coat that won't allow it to stick. So you literally can just pull chunks of it off, especially if you do top coat. It hardens the top,
and then it won't stick to the bottom, so you can just peel it all off. And that was those chunks. So next step, go ahead, sand these down, hopefully not get into more gel coat, more fiberglass. Sand the tops down, glass, gel coat all over everything again, and try to get this thing finished. I've got this side is pretty well smoothed out. I've got this hole to fix right here. I'm starting to show through. You guys can't really tell. Starting to kind of show through right here, so I'm gonna slow down, stop on that. I actually might add more filler in here because I'm gonna have to cover this one up, cover these up. I've got a massive dip in the hole right here, so I've got a lot I can fill in on top of this one. So I might just throw some coats from like here to here to fill that area up, because if we look down the side, you might not be able to tell, but it's got a really good lump in it. We'll see. But for right now, everything's going very, very good. It's all smoothed out. I have a little bit of problem area up here, which I'll probably have to redo. We'll see. It's kind of got that brown tinge to it, like it's not wanting to adhere. Actually, yeah, it's not. Of course, I can dig it out with my fingernail. Yay, I've got more work to do. That's wild. I don't get it. You can literally just pick it out, which you shouldn't be able to pick it out at all. This stuff is hard. I can't do anything with that one. Weird. But we've got it pretty well coated out, sanded down, and hopefully we're in the areas of fixing it. So I tried to sand it already. It's not quite set up. Still a little bit tacky, but we'll go ahead and sand it once we get done. Well, my theory on the resin was good. It worked out pretty okay for what it was, but I went ahead and sanded all the resin down, so I dug out a big old hole for that resin to sit, and then I resined over, and then I was going to sand it all flat and then re-gel coat all over the top of it, so that would cover it up even more. Well, that worked great, because then it went right to the edges of where I had basically that bowl I dug out to get down to this piece. Worked out. The resin's in there, but as I'm going ahead and sanding, this is all smooth now. If you see, it looks like we've got more cancer in this ski than what we originally thought. So everywhere on this whole side is got just this brown stuff that's not setting up. I don't know what the answer is, other than we're sanding this whole side all the way down to start all over again, because it's not gonna set up ever, and it's just not going good. I don't understand what's going on with this, but it's not fun. It's just not working out for me. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't even know where to stop sanding. I'm at a loss. Well, I've been sanding on this thing for way too long. It's been like, I think 8 hours of trying to get this side to work. I'm covered in gel coat, and I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I don't know what's going on with this. If you guys got any tips, leave it down in the comments section below. Help me out, because I'm all of a sudden not going anywhere in a hurry, and it's not turning out to be very good for me. I want to get the ski done. It's so nice out. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go ride this thing, but I can't have it looking like it is and go out. I don't want to be doing all this work with the engine in and getting all this gel coat inside the engine potentially. So I'm going to do some research, do some thinking on it, and try to figure out what's going on, but we're starting all over, square one. That's unfortunate. I wish I had an answer for me and you guys. So if you know what's going on, leave a comment.
help me out. I'd love to hear what works, what will work, what won't work, because I tried suffocating it, getting the air away from it. I've put wax over it. I've put tape over it. I sat it out in the sun. It sat out in the sun for 6 hours today. The bright sun. It was 80 degrees out, and it wouldn't cure. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go take a shower. Enjoy the rest of my day. You guys enjoy the rest of yours. We'll catch back up in the next video, and hopefully we got an answer to this and we can actually move forward, because the one side looks pretty good other than a couple fixes that I got. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can just fix those real quick. We'll see if the theory actually works true on the other side. So I'll go ahead, throw a coat of gel coat on it, let that sit overnight, and probably catch you up in the next video. Okay, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Don't forget to comment what's going to help people out. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. This will help other people, hopefully, their first time figure out what to do. Obviously, what not to do. So, okay. Peace. I can't believe how much white I've got all over me. It's out of control.